Child. Anyway, so.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jada Homeboys, and I'm really good at leaving my wallet in the wrong bag. For some reason, every time I go somewhere, every time I pull up to get gas or something, I rummage through my bag, and guess what's not there? The wallet.
Babe.
And it happens every time I do anything. I don't know what will happen if I'm not going to finish that. But if you see me ever in public, ask me, do I have my wallet? Please, I just need a reminder to know that I do have it.
Do you have Apple Pay on your phone?
Yeah.
So you never truly without money?
Oh, no. The money is not the problem. That's not what I'm saying. Because the money is the problem.
He's rich.
No. Paying for things is not the issue.
It's just that you don't have your ID driving in a car.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's the actual issue.
Yes. Phone, keys, wallet, baby. Phone, keys, wallet.
Yeah, but I'm just always like, oh, it's in the bag. That's why I grabbed the bag.
Oh, I could be carrying the same bag for months, never have change, and every time I'm like, do I have my wallet? Because sometimes I do put it in my inside denim jacket pocket. LOL. Phone, keys, wallet. Phone, keys, wallet.
I'm good for the keys too. Never the phone though.
See how these young people, they don't ever lose their phones. Child. Anyway, my name is Amira Lee, but y'all already knew that. And I am so part proud, part cringe at how spot on my Bitmoji is. I updated her last night and I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to get her just right. The hair color is not exactly right because the hair color I have now is not on the shelf. It's like natural. It just is like you haven't retouched it in a while and it just fades. But I love her and she's me. She's so me. And also I do want to say that I'm conflicted. Like, should your Bitmoji be dressed in fashions that you wouldn't dare wear or that you don't own something similar? Or should it just be really what you have or what you would wear?
I think that depends on the approach of how you want to treat your Bitmoji. Is this you? Because why make it look like you just to put it in closed out as something you wouldn't probably not wear?
If it's Sims, it's different. This is Bitmoji.
Right. This is Bitmoji. It's to create a baby you.
It's you.
Or, yes.
So you think the Bitmoji should wear something that you do have something similar to or something you would wear if you had the money for it or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I agree. And also, you know how on Snapchat, sometimes people have their Bitmojis as a picture. Sometimes I genuinely am able to guess who it is based off of their Bitmoji.
Who it is based off of.
Because the name sometimes Peaches 975. Right. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Big Slurp 995 is.
Right, but then I look at you. Oh, that's Terrence. Okay,
that's Terrence because of the Bitmoji beard, the haircut. Mm-hmm. You could tell because of the button down. Okay, so we're on the same page. Shout out to Terrence. Jaden, Terrence, decide where are we?
Child, we are on a lovely show now on YouTube.
Yeah,
called Child. Anyway, with Jaden Homeboys and Amira Lee, we're going to get into some things per usual. If you don't know what we do by now, get to know what we do. Go get familiar with the things that we do. Right. There's 36 episodes before this one that you can definitely catch up on. It may not be current as in the same week, but there may be things that you've never heard of and that we can introduce you to.
Definitely.
So, Amira, what's our first segment for today?
A segment I forgot to prepare for. I'm going to have to wing it right now. This is Moment of the Week where we share something this week or whenever that made us in our real life say, child, anyway. But it doesn't have to be with that inflection. Sometimes it's happy. I don't know why you'd say that happily, but sometimes you're angry. Sometimes you're sad. Sometimes you're like, So, Jaden, why don't you start? What is your Moment of the Week?
Because I also forgot, but I already know.
We talked literally about every other thing but that one.
Right. My moment of the week was definitely therapy yesterday.
Oh, right.
Where I got emotional, y'all. I started crying. And it wasn't boohoo crying, but a tear did roll down. And I'm not very hyper masculine or like above crying or anything. But I'm just not a crier per se. So when I cry, it's like you got to put it in a vial and save it because it can go into a potion because it's so rare.
Right.
So then just to the trauma that was talked about and the things that are starting after this was just like, ugh. It's like healing is cool until like you gotta do the work.
Do the work, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, snaps up to you for doing the work, honey. Good for you.
Thank you.
We love that for you, and we're all gonna try to take a page out of your book and get on your level. I thought of something. Okay.
Right.
Because I really don't leave my house when I don't necessarily have to, my moment usually, like, genuinely are like when the Wi-Fi doesn't connect to the TV or something. And now I'm pissed because I got to retype the password in. But actually this week when I left, here's my moment. Here's my thing. I don't like how with certain shoes, when you're breaking them in or even after you had them for a while, you have to wear a Band-Aid on the back of your ankle as to protect the skin from rubbing off onto the leather. I do not like, and this is my moment, I don't like how with different shoes it's a different spot of the ankle. So even if you were to prepare, you wouldn't even know where to put the Band-Aid because it's not the same. Like shoe to shoe is a different part that attacks the ankle. I'm not saying they should cheapen the shoes so that it doesn't irritate the skin. I'm saying get on the same page, everybody. Put it at the same part of the ankle so I can know where to put the Band-Aid. Every single time I go to the dollar store, I always have to get the big Band-Aids to put on the back of my ankles because with my docs, I literally have to wear a minimum of 4 Band-Aids in different parts of my foot just so that my foot is not, I can wear them for longer. Like if I wear them for a little bit of time, it's fine. But if I'm walking, I have to be bandaged up. But I wore a different pair of shoes and I thought I was safe. And that's how the enemy tries to get you. Yeah. And it was a different part of the ankle. It was further up. Skin gone. What's there now?
Y'all wear and tear with these shoes be killing me. Like, cause I just don't understand why y'all aren't wearing long socks anyway.
Oh, Jaden, first of all, you have to know that I only own like 2 pairs of ankle socks. All of my socks are long socks. It don't matter, baby. These shoes are
it be coming through like that.
They don't care. They do not care. They don't care, Jaden. I be having on the socks, long socks. Basically, the socks come up to my neck practically. And even still, I have to wear a Band-Aid on the back of my ankle or I will suffer. And I mean, I'm not about suffering. I've suffered for my feet several times because I admittedly am a believer in fashion over function a lot of times. And I do suffer for that as well. I'll be sweating in the summer and freezing in the winter. But I look good.
Look good. Yeah.
But I look good. I'm like, yes, I know it's raining, but the rain jacket didn't match. I don't have one in this color.
But the sheer shirt is going to do what it needs to do.
Literally. Yes, I'm soaked. But did I look good before I got soaked? Be honest. Yeah. Be honest. I did.
And when I dry off, will I not still look good?
Right.
Great.
One time I literally knew it was going to rain when I was going to a concert and I still didn't bring a jacket because I didn't feel like holding it or wearing it during the concert. And did I suffer? Absolutely. But would I do it again? Absolutely.
Because it was necessary.
It was. Because even though I spent the least amount of time inside the concert, I still didn't want to hold it during the concert. Holding the umbrella was too much, honestly. How am I supposed to get my clap on? Now I got to put it on the floor in front of me. Anyway, so that's my moment, my healing ankle, and I don't want to have the backs of my ankles looking rough. Like I said this to a couple people, like I don't want my ankles to look like the backs of our English teachers who wear the ballet flats every day. Because they suffered, and I feel like I shouldn't have to face the same.
And why are your shoes so flat? You literally might as well walk around.
Why are you wearing those shoes? You could just put your foot in a sandwich bag and would do the same thing.
Literally. You could literally walk... strap tile, take a tile from the ground, put strings on the ends, and wrap it around your foot, and you would be doing the same
Better
exact
yet,
thing.
you can take out one of the tiles from the ceiling. You know how you can just like move those over in schools? Take one of those down, trace your foot out, cut it off, boom, you got a shoe.
You literally have a shoe.
It's open toe season, baby.
Honestly, more protective than whatever sandal.
I'm sorry. Shout out to those of you who are still faithful to her. I don't know how. I don't know how. The ones that,
when you take them off, they bend.
Yo, the kind you can put in your bag.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Now, when they released those Johns, I wanted me a pair. I was like, that's convenient. Because, you know, other times you had to, like, put on a sock or something. Now you had a wedding with socks on because you had heels on. But now you can whip out a pair of foldable, but regardless,
Right.
the shoe is too flat.
It's too flat. Flatter than the earth.
Stop, because you know some people were like, yes, finally.
Yes. Lay the
Jaden
house
gets
down,
it.
boots.
Jaden gets it. Boost the house down.
Yeah.
So that was my moment of the week. I'm so glad that we're on the same page. Do you not have this problem? You have docs, and they look broken in. How did you break them in if you didn't suffer? Maybe you just don't remember suffering.
No, I didn't suffer. Because that's what that pause was. To think about, like, the suffering that I might have went through. And I don't think I ever went through any suffering with them.
I'm really grateful for that for you.
Thank you.
But that's interesting because only those black, like the black leather docs, or even the ones that are like the thinner leather, those are the only docs that are uncomfortable. Well, never mind, because the ones that are like the saddle shoes, those are uncomfortable for the side of the ankle. But the other docs are fine. But those, the OG looking docs are like the worst. I will still buy them though. My mom's like, why would you buy them if they're not comfortable? I'm like, they last forever, Mom.
And
they will last
look
forever.
Good.
And because I want to look cute. Fashion over function every time. I gotta move on. Because I feel like I'm ankle tangling from all this talking about it. I have to change this bandage when I'm done.
I'm looking over my ear for the docs to be
stomping
like,
in the room.
Right, like, can you please leave?
And they're loud. Let's get into the catch. The catch. Did this? I wonder if the sound like actually moved as I passed the mic, or if it just.
Okay, do it again. Well,
I don't think you're hearing my mic.
No.
Dang. Well, y'all will let me know on Instagram. Instagram is Child Anyway Podcast. That's Instagram, Child Anyway Podcast. Let me know if the sound, like, you know, left and, like, faded in and out. So this is the catch. We're going to do y'all the favor of catching you up on what we saw. Now, we didn't see that much because we be doing other stuff. We be logging off of the social media. So we be in the real world, taking walks, doing poetry, going to therapy. So we're not going to give you everything, but we're going to give you enough, and we're going to give you our opinions on it. So, first things first, something Jaden and I have both been waiting for, very excited, long awaited, 5 years waiting for this one. Literally, our island gal, Adele.
Yeah.
Adele has finally given us an album. It's called 30, streaming literally everywhere. Also, side note, disrespectful, I'm pretty sure that, like, there are some songs that are, like, only on Spotify or the CD. Because, like, when I try to add it on Apple, do you have all the songs? Like, I have, like, some songs are great.
Yeah.
Maybe my phone is...
So you have to, whenever that happens...
re-download it?
It's because, you have to delete the whole thing and just re-download it. Because sometimes it won't automatically upload all of them to people who had it pre-saved.
That's not right. Because I did have it pre-saved.
That's what happened to me. I just had to go ahead and delete and redo. Child.
Oh, Lord. I'll do it for you, Ms. Dell. Okay, so yeah, Adele's new album. Jaden and I have both listened to it already.
Yeah.
Initial thoughts, Jaden?
So when I was listening to it earlier, I listened to it once so far.
Okay.
I was getting an oil change at my job. At my job. I was getting an oil change on my car.
Right.
And I was listening to it as I was waiting. But I only got to pay attention to, like, the first half. The second half I didn't get to pay attention to, but I still listened.
Right. It was still there.
Album, top tier, great. Like, My Little Love, Cry Your Heart Out. Yeah. Let's unpack that.
The one that I was like, this is really, like, she really is our island girl. My Little Love. That's the one? No, Cry Your Heart Out. It starts like, cry your heart out. I like that one.
With the harmonies?
This is different.
Yeah. And it wasn't all sad, emotional ballad.
Right.
It still had feeling, but it was sound. And it was a different sound for Adele specifically. And to know she put, like, her all in this and that she went through a lot, it's very pleasing to me and my homegirls.
Definitely.
And honestly, I'm more upset that there wasn't a song featuring Yeba, because honestly,
You mean like they literally compare them all the time as if they're like the same or similar? I'm like,
yeah.
okay, they're both just white. That's
But
literally
honestly, some of these songs, I said, ooh, because some
Which
some
one?
runs
Oh.
was very. I was like, come on, then, hey.
Features. Wait, I don't think
She
she
never does.
ever has features.
No, she doesn't.
But they don't talk about that one. They don't talk
Yeah, but
about My
she-
Good Sis never having featured, but they talk about other artists that are like, no features, and she did X, Y, and Z. Oh, bookmark. Side note: Halle Berry's all-female hip-hop produced album. Have you listened to that?
It came out.
I feel like it did. I feel like I saw. I mean, Cardi B was talking about it. Obviously, she's already heard it, but I feel like it did. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out. But while we're doing that, my thoughts. Adele, I am gonna have to listen to it again while looking at the lyrics, because sometimes My Good Sis, her accent does take some words away from me. I don't always know exactly. I'll just make the sound of what I think she's saying, and then I'll look it up like 5 years later and be embarrassed. But I liked it. I mean, me and you are probably not the people to ask, because we're already fans. So it's not like we had to be convinced,
Right.
I don't know if this were your intro into Adele. I don't know how you would be like if you had.
How you would appreciate it, for sure.
I do think that if someone were like, which album should I start with? I would probably suggest 25, because 25 has more upbeat. Like, it has Send Your Love, and that's like fun to me. I think that's fun. And 19 I would not suggest for someone to start at 19.
No.
Not because it's not good. I think they're all good. But I think that 19 is just like, you need to you need to grow with her there, or you got to start.
Yeah.
You had to already be a fan.
Because I also I wasn't around for 19.
Mm-hmm.
I was around for 21. And 21, I was obsessed, honey.
21
taught me how to harmonize.
Really? Oh my gosh, I genuinely love that for you.
Yes, like, because it was very easy and natural to harmonize with her.
Actually, you're right. It is, because I used to love harmonizing this 25. Also, if you don't know Adele, these are just the names of her albums.
Yes. But 21 is my starting point, but that's, I guess, just biased because that's the one.
Right, that's where you initially got addicted.
And 25, I wasn't obsessed with in the way that I was with 21.
Okay.
And I think I have to actually go back and listen to 25 because
do.
I couldn't sing a single song.
Okay, you definitely have to go back, because when she blessed us with 25, I'll never forget. I was in high school. I was in culinary class, and I was listening to it on Google Play. That's how you know it's a throwback. I had Google, like, an Android, and I was like listening to Google Play, Google Music. And oh my God, I was so extra. I was literally standing in like the middle of this small kitchen, like feeling all the feelings, like dancing, like I was in church. And I really didn't care if people were looking at me, because like, why are you looking at me? Like, make your cinnamon buns, mind your business. 25, you do need to listen, because it really is like a beautiful journey of an album. And dang, I feel like a real fan, but I really am a fan of that album. It really, not to be dramatic, but I feel like it did change my life, because in high school you're so impressionable. But aside from that, I just thought it was a beautiful
It's funny because
album.
You're in high school, you are not the age of any of our albums.
Oh yeah, definitely still
So
too young
to be in high school,
relate
like, listen to 25, like,
Right.
I feel this.
Literally, I'm like, we are both 25 together, babes. I'm literally
Right.
like 18 years old. Like, no, queen, you're right. You're right. But that's how you know. Like, it was so good. And now you want to harmonize, honey. That's the album to do it on. And you definitely know some of the songs on there.
I definitely do.
Hello
That
was on there.
I don't know. I know.
Hello? I don't really harmonize with Hello.
Because you just have to sing hello.
You just gotta sing the
as
part
it
that she's
stands.
singing.
Yeah.
Just sing with her.
She went on, because she's been on her press run, so she
did a
did
great
an
job.
interview. She did. This press run was everything.
It's well executed.
She dropped a single, and I did not stop seeing her since.
I know.
And that's how you do a press
She did
run.
the Vogue 73
That's how you
questions.
get ready.
She did like eating nasty British food. I mean, delicacies.
Right. But in her interview, it was a clip on Twitter. She had said that her team was like, we need to do something for TikTok or something like that. And she was like, what? I'm not doing that. Like, they want everyone to make music to go viral on TikTok. She was like, but those kids have parents and their parents are 30 and around the age of what I'm talking about. So I'm not catering to 14 to 15-year-olds.
Right.
But she also said like there's 14 and 15-year-olds and this generation who are in therapy, who are trying to heal and do things like that. Those are the people, if anything, that I'm talking to. And she was like, but I'm not trying to exclude anyone from listening, but I'm not going to cater to 14, 50-year-olds when I'm not 14 or 15. I'm 30, and there are 30-year-olds out there who also need music made
it's
for
almost
them.
like people forget that, like, people listen to music past 20.
Past 15.
After you get out of high school, you still listen to music. Also, they're the ones with the money. I don't know why, like, I mean, I get why so many things are catered to children, because children are, like, relentless and they will beg their parents until they buy it. But, yeah, also, if you're a child, like, once again, I wouldn't start a child with 30. I would start a child with, like, 21.
Yeah.
Not because, like, it's younger, but just because, like, the way the music is. Like, I feel like a 20 or a younger person would, like, vibe more with 21. Especially if you listen to, like, Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift. I don't know what the kids will listen to.
First of all, no, wait a minute, because I just got mad. Did you see the video with Taylor Swift and Whitney Houston?
With Whitney Houston? Taylor Swift and Whitney Houston? Oh, wait, an old video where she was like...
No, there was a video that was circulated on TikTok and then got posted on Twitter where a guy was defending in his office, all white people, all of them, was defending in his office people saying that Taylor Swift is a better artist than Whitney Houston.
To me, it doesn't make sense for people to say such controversial things that are so divisive and so clearly wrong just to, because you do that, you're purposefully doing that to get Taylor Swift trash.
They 100% believed it. They 100% believed it. They were saying, like, are you kidding me? All she did was sing songs and took credit for things other people did.
Who, Whitney Houston?
Mm-hmm. But she was like, Taylor Swift is a writer. She's a better vocalist. I said, excuse me?
Okay, well, that's where you're wrong.
Yeah. Like, you could say she writes her music, she does all these things. One, we also have to understand, outside of writing music, because that's its own thing, and we cannot take that away from Taylor Swift.
No.
But a part of, like, the ability to make films or documentaries or whatnot, Whitney Houston didn't get to live through this time where that is so accessible. So for people to just say, like, she couldn't do that, you're right, she couldn't do it, and she didn't do it because she didn't get the chance to.
But also, people never make note of, like, what was happening during the time of these artists, like, peak, and also their impact on society. No shade to Miss Swift, truly no shade, because she really is that girl. But, like,
yeah, who's touching? Everyone knows Whitney Houston is the voice.
It's Whitney Houston.
She is the voice, and everyone understands that. So the fact that these, I don't even know how old they were, but these white people were sitting here saying, like, Taylor Swift is better than Whitney Houston, and I hate a comparison of artists.
Me too, especially when they're very different.
They don't even sing the same type of music, and it was like all she does is sing ballads, and I'm like, so you clearly have no, like, recollection of Whitney Houston at all.
First of all,
so just say that.
Just
say you don't know. Just say you don't know what a Whitney Houston song sounds like, because if you knew what Whitney Houston's music was, you would never be able to say that. Because, sis, I Want to Dance with Somebody, I'm Every Woman, like, there's plenty of songs
it's not right,
here.
But it's okay.
But it's okay.
I say that all the time. I'm like, it's not right, and it's definitely not okay.
Like,
Friday night, you and your boys went out to eat. And they hung out. But you came home
around 3.
If 6 of y'all went out, then 4 of y'all really treat. Because only 2 of
you had dinner.
I found the credit card receipt. It's not right, but it's okay. That's like genius. I don't really care if she wrote it.
Yes.
That's genius.
She executed
some songs, okay, side note, some songs really are just like genius. Like the concept. That song and Say My Name, I always say My Name is so genius to me.
Yeah.
It's so genius. Like, if you're really, like, alone, then say my name out loud. Could you imagine some of the men in real life who were propositioned like this? Like, oh, really? You're alone? Then say my name. Like, go ahead.
Right.
And they're like, I'm going to call you back.
Like,
it would never happen, but if there were a versus between Whitney Houston and Taylor Swift, songwriting aside, there's absolutely not a singular song. I'm sorry. Okay, Swifties, please don't come for me, but you have to know that there's not a singular song on Whitney's worst day and Taylor's best on her worst day.
that they're touching. That you cannot put both of your discographies next to each other and think that Taylor Swift cleared.
And you have to understand that
can't.
Whitney Houston is more than a woman. First of all, she's every woman. But second of all,
first of all, "I Will Always Love You" was not even her song, and
a lot of her songs are covered
of,
okay, but
who do you think of when you hear them?
Exactly. Sorry, Dolly Parton. She knew that too. That's why she gave it to her, because they both made
and that's
why
she appreciated. Like,
first of all, I can't even believe that you just brought that up. I never even heard about this. You're upsetting now me, because that's such an outrageous comparison. Why? And also, why do people always want to take like the best of, and compare them to their faves? I personally would never compare my fave to any artist that I know is not a match. Because I'm not a fool, and I would not want my fave to get trashed like that. My fave was up for a Grammy, the same category as Beyonce. I didn't say a word, Joe. Just because I did listen to her song more, I'm not going to be like, she should get it over Beyonce. What? Come on. You got to think critically, people. Put your fandom aside. Because Whitney Houston, okay, really? It's unfair to say, but literally, people say it all the time about like Beyonce and Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston, but truly, and Prince, there will literally never be another Whitney Houston, and even if there is, people will be too afraid to say it, and the people that do say it will get like, yelled at, and people will be like, you're wrong, because there are people that sing Whitney Houston songs with that same like power and like emotion as Whitney Houston, and you would say like, oh man, like she does it like just like Whitney, she's doing it justice, but you would never say that she has surpassed Whitney, because it's so subjective.
Yeah, and I honestly also think the originality of it also plays the key. Like, she's doing this like Whitney, but the reason it was so great on Whitney was because it was Whitney.
Because it's Whitney
Houston.
Houston.
It was her sound. So people who sound like her will never be better than her because they are just sounding like her.
Because you're trying to sound like her. But, I mean, that's true, but sometimes it is possible to try to emulate a singer and then surpass them, like back in the day, singers from the 40s and 50s that our faves from the 80s and 90s tried to sound like. They do sound better than them. Mm-hmm. But that's just because we learn more about like vocal health and technique and da-da-da-da, and you start doing more things that are like stylized. But Whitney Houston, she didn't I feel like I'm preaching to the choir, and everybody that listens should already agree with us on this, so it's kind of feels redundant, but she didn't have to rely on flips and tricks. Whitney Houston is such an amazing vocalist that I literally have downloaded onto my phone her version of the Star Spangled Banner. Yes. And I don't even stand for the Star Spangled Banner, and I still listen to the song. It's just that good.
Yes.
Girl, move on, because that's crazy. Whatever group said that they think they should be shut down. Joe. They were trying to get clicks.
Let's get out of the hood with Adele.
Okay. Joe, we in the gutter now. All right.
She be rolling in the deep.
Okay.
With Glocks and nines.
Hometown Glory, baby. That was a good song. Okay, now this next thing on the also, when you go to our Instagram, Child Anyway Podcast, let us know who your fave is, who you already know that they're your fave, but they can't touch X artists. Let me know. My fave is X, but I know that they cannot touch X. Now, don't say nothing crazy like my fave is Rita Ora, and like, don't compare her to like freaking Jasmine Sullivan or something random. Like, let them be equally yoked in the genre department at least. Did people listen to Rita Ora? The next thing. Jaden, educate me on this next thing, because I saw you tweeting about it, but I have no idea what it is.
Okay, so I got on Twitter yesterday.
Okay.
And I saw some tweets about some girl named Sophia. It was just consistently about this girl named Sophia, right? And then I see a Spaces, and I see Denzel Dion, Ricky Thompson.
Well, first, tell people that don't have a Twitter what a Spaces is.
Okay, Spaces, I'm going to use Clubhouse, but that's also not helpful. It's almost like a group chat of people, but not everyone. There's speakers and there's listeners. If you become a speaker, you can talk and be engaged in a conversation. And there are hosts who create the space, also add speakers, remove speakers, can mute people, whatever. So there was one of those, and it said Surviving Sophie. And
was it Sophie or Sophia?
Sophia, sorry.
Okay.
Surviving Sophia. And so I entered the chat, I know. I hate that. But so I entered the space. Also hate that. And they were talking about this girl who had scammed a bunch of LA like socialites, right?
I like where this is going.
So, right. So, black woman, Somali woman is
she's the one who's scamming.
Yes,
the scammer's black. Oh, this is good.
Right? It's everything. So she's in LA. Jeff somebody and Jack Harlow is also a part of this because she said her and Jack Harlow have relations. She said that she was pregnant by Jack Harlow. This other guy, Jeff, who's like an influencer, she said she does PR for him and would use people's name to get into spaces. Mm-hmm. So like Denzel and Ricky had talked about how they had went to like
Denzel and Ricky are influencers as well.
As well, yeah. They went to the VMAs and they went onto the red carpet and her name wasn't on the list, whatever. And then 15 minutes later, she ended up right next to them on the red carpet. Like she would end up being in spaces with them or get there before them, and they would be so confused. So what happened was all these influencers started putting pieces together about like their stories and how she may have been lying and how she allegedly like robbed from them or did these things, blah blah blah. And there's a lot of details that I can't necessarily get into because that would just take too long.
Right.
But she's a queen. She did things that I don't necessarily agree with, but they also have like allegedly next to them. Like they also, but she probably did do it, and they are like really inappropriate things, and I do not stand by her. And I'll get into like some of the backlash that was received as well in a minute. But with Sophia, the boy Jeff gave her her credit card information to get a flight home. I'm not gonna say why because it will be trigger warnings all up and through this. But to get a flight home and use it for Uber. Why would he do that?
Why not just order it for her?
He never met her. He met her one time.
Wait, what?
They all met her the same night in different like ways, and didn't realize until yesterday that they all met her the same night.
Wait, so in the spaces when people were putting two and two together,
people are trying to fit. People are.
Oh my
out,
god!
like,
so this isn't like someone like telling the story. This is like people trying to get what's happening.
They are talking to each other, telling each other their separate stories. And how, because what happened was they would talk about Sophia and they'd be like, wait, you're talking about her? And then another influencer would get, because she, like I said, she was using people's names. She would say people were her best friends, were her cousin. She worked for them. She dated them. And she would use their names to get into, like, she went to Paris Fashion Week. A designer gave her clothes because she said they were for Ricky Thompson. Like, she was with Ricky Thompson, so she needed clothes. Never paid for those clothes. Got her hair done the same way. Got flown out. Denzel paid for her to get to Vegas.
She's getting flown out?
Getting flown out because she would swipe her card. It would get declined in front of them.
Oh.
So then they would be like, and they would
because
pay
they
for
know
it
she's
instead.
that she's good for it, or that like she's got money,
and that's what she would do.
Right.
But then they also Denzel, so I will give Denzel the fact that he caught on quicker. Like he caught that she was scamming and that she was lying and whatnot. So but he didn't like out her because he get your money. Like,
don't mess up her bag, right?
Right. And he never gave her money. It was more like I'll pay for your flight. You're supposed to pay me back. That's how he got scammed out of $5,000. Where other people
a flight to where that was $5,000?
Vegas. The flight and the hotel. And
okay. Because I'm like, what flight? Why?
No. Flight, hotel.
All the accommodations for the stay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And up in Paris and London for their fashion weeks. Would scam people in Atlanta, people in Toronto. She's from Toronto. Scam people in LA. Like,
she's a Canadian?
New York. Yes.
I thought she was American.
No.
Dang.
She's out here like
Canada up by 10.
And I'm like, y'all. But Denzel was like, but if you confront her, she'll be like, yeah.
So she don't even lie.
Like,
she keeps it real.
She'll lie and keep this whole elaborate thing going. But then she's like, why'd you lie? She's like, I don't know why I did it.
Wait, was she in the spaces?
No.
Oh my god, that'd be so iconic.
So here's the backlash. The backlash came because in this spaces, people started doubting that her sexual assault.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
That
not
was because
good.
that was one of the things that she shared with all of them and expressed to all of them.
Right.
But none of them knew if it was true or not. But they were saying like it wasn't true and whatnot. They were diagnosing her with mental health issues, and all stated that something seemed off, but no one actually tried to help her. But she got drawn into Rolling Loud with all access passes that she stole. There was a box of all access passes that she stole and got them all backstage
Oh
at
my
Rolling Loud.
gosh.
Child. And like they were saying she smelled, like they were saying all these awful things, and that's what the Somali women and other black women were upset about and were enraged about, and black men as well, and non-binary people. Hold on.
All the blacks.
All the blacks, well, some, because not all, but people were upset because if it was about the scamming, let it be about the scam.
No, for real. To scam it, that's what it's about. It literally, everything else is not really relevant.
And so what also happened was this girl came into a chat because, like I said, she was making it seem like everyone was her best friend. Mm-hmm. So that also goes into the fact that they all met the same night, because within that same night, she would tell like Denzel that this girl was her best friend that she also just met, and told that she does PR for this guy who she told, like, it was all that same night. So she was using their names to make these people feel comfortable. And what Denzel was saying, like, she's not dangerous. Like, she wouldn't hurt a fly. She was a sweet person. She was just gonna. Dang,
where's she at? All this past tense. Where's she at?
We don't know.
Who started the chat and why, or the space and why?
So these two random people started the chat, and then I guess they, like Denzel and people, saw that they were talking about it because it was talked about on Twitter all day.
It really was, and like, I was too late. I couldn't join.
No, but like even before the space was created, it was already being talked about all day.
Okay.
So people were talking about it, and then they created a space to talk about it. So I guess these influencers saw the space and joined in and invited other people to add to the story, and then it ended up being 20K people in this space. Then the thing was going viral, and that's also what they were saying. Like, y'all posted her face, y'all posted her name.
Oh my god!
She did not have a platform like y'all do. She didn't have the ability to like represent herself or stick up for herself. She just has all these people saying all these things about her, but had no way of like responding to it.
And that's not really fair. The influencers know that their fans are reactionary, and they will just attack someone regardless.
Yes, and they were letting white people say ghetto and do a lot.
Oh,
so it was a lot.
Mm-hmm. I do, side note, like the way that sounds. They created a space to talk about it. They created a space to talk about this. I do like the way that sounds. Versus like they created a chat room to talk about it. Boring. My question is, why now? Why did the scam happen? Why do they have to mess up her scam now? What was the straw for her? And also, I feel like if she played her cards right, she wouldn't even have to scam after a while, because it's like, well, you already got the access, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she had money, because it wasn't like she was scamming like $50.
Oh, no, you got to go big.
It was like 1,500, like 7,000.
Probably
like,
case,
was money.
honestly.
It was money. So another girl hopped in who she had claimed was her best friend to all these people. So when she joined the chat, and the girl was like, we are not best friends. Like, I barely knew her. I was running from her at that one party y'all saw me at. And it was like, oh, that's why. So they were still adding stuff up. But she's in there like, when I see her, it's on site. And Ricky and Denzel was like, it's not giving that. Like,
so basically, Denzel's kind of like her advocate.
He was, because Denzel,
he's just speaking for like
very
what
real.
was right versus who was right.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And he was saying like, that's not correct, or that's not appropriate, because like none of this is money that we missed. Like,
clearly,
like none of this is money that we are gonna cry about or be upset. Like, yes, we got scammed. Okay, like that's it. Like, she clearly is in a space where she needs some type of assistance or some type of help. Where she's scamming people, she was like, so he was saying like, we need to get her back home so she can get the help she needs from the situation, and not like. He was really like, yeah, you're doing way too much trying to fight her. It was never given, it's on site or we need to fight.
Definitely not, because it's not going to get your money back, baby.
It's not. Like, just toss it up and that's that.
Also, you didn't miss it. And if you didn't know that you were being scammed, you wouldn't have had to like balance your checkbooks again to get the money. Like, you fine. Now me, I would be devastated to lose merely a $5 bill. But that's wild. I'm devastated for her. Now, you know how people say, if you lie, you'll steal. If you'll steal, you'll kill. Blah, blah, blah. That whole expression about why things are bad. I don't think that's true. I think a little scamming ain't never hurt nobody. A little scamming is fun.
Especially because if you confront her about it, she will tell you that she did it. Like, if she would, like, harm someone.
It's not she kidnapped someone for ransom.
Yeah, or, like, the lie would have to be upheld for that to be a portion of it. So if I confront you and you admit to everything that you did, like, there's no reason for you to harm me because
right.
you're like, okay. Yeah,
literally. And, I mean, just because you're scamming doesn't mean that you're not going to be honest about it later. Also, it's actually hilarious because, yes, last week I said, don't come into my DMs with the scams. I'm not talking about Bitcoin and Forex. That does hurt me. It hurts my feelings personally. So that's not what I meant. The other scammers, I mean these. Like, scamming. I love people scam the government. Oh, I don't love when people scam the government, but I don't hate it. Those kind of scams. Like, scams where you're like punching down or punching across, I don't like those kind. But if you're punching up and you're like, these people don't miss this money. Like, I feel bad that they don't have the money, but I also feel bad that she felt the need to do this, that she had to scam. Like, what? Right. It's like when people like steal a loaf of bread. Like, I don't feel necessarily bad for the store for losing that loaf of bread. I do feel bad that person was pushed to a point that they had to steal a loaf of bread. You know, shout out to Aladdin. That was a sad story. But this, I don't know the story. I don't know her. I don't know what she needed or why she felt the need to do it. And yes, of course, I said like bread and like trips to Paris and Vegas aren't necessities, but like people do deserve luxuries just because they aren't rich. I'm not saying people should steal the luxuries, but you know, whatever. It doesn't matter what she scammed, honestly. Like, she scammed or whatever. She almost got away with it, really. And also, she made you feel good for the night. That's close friends now.
Talk to each other about what was going on. Child.
Well, the only thing is now, like, whenever first of all, people think that they're doing a service by exposing this, but now what it actually does, it like creates this sort of collective thought process where people who ask for help are just scamming. Sometimes people do need help, and now, like, the more you snitch on people that are scamming for, you know, whatever, it makes people believe that they're not actually needing the money, or that they actually don't need the thing, and that they're just trying to scam you, you know? So it's like, thanks a lot. Now you ruined a lot of other people's opportunity to get help as well. Because people love to reach out to celebrities and be like, you got money for my college? And they'll be like, look into the Latino fund. They have a lot of money there.
Yeah.
But I think that they not only messed up her bag, but a lot of other people's. And for that, I am not happy. I mean, whatever. I know some people listening are probably going to be like taking complete opposite stance against scamming. But I mean, I don't think it's good to generalize about anything. It's, you know, and scams is no exception. I don't think we should generalize and say all scams are bad. Some scams are good. And if you do believe that all scams are bad, then you hate the government, because the government is the biggest scammer there is.
She never scammed a poor person.
Never. That's what I'm saying. She never punched down. Don't scam poor people. We're all passing around the same $20 via Cash App. Don't ask me for $20 for a scam, because now you're circulating the money up to the pyramid scheme.
But hey.
All right, Jaden. Speaking of pyramids, triangle shapes, pie.
I'm like, nah, how?
Speaking of things that are triangular, pie. Rapid fire. Turkey or ham?
Turkey.
Pumpkin or sweet potato?
Okay.
Don't get disconnected.
Ham. No, wait. I don't eat ham, so that's the only reason I said turkey.
I was gonna say
if I were eating ham.
Oh, I don't eat turkey or ham either, but I still am gonna vote for turkey with gravy.
Ham. Okay, go ahead.
I have my finger hovering over the end call button. Pumpkin or sweet potato? Pie.
Sweet potato.
Okay. Now this is one I don't have. Oh, cornbread or rolls?
It depends on the cornbread.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge whichever answer. Rolls are every time they're a hit. Cornbread's hit or miss.
Yeah, so if it depends on the cornbread, but honestly, I'll put both on the plate.
Oh no, yeah, this is hypothetical. I'm getting all of it. I'm gonna get all of it.
Yeah.
Yes or no stuffing?
Stuffing, yes.
Yes. Some people who say no.
Absolutely.
I found out just recently my twin didn't like stuffing. You think you know somebody, right?
Right.
Cranberry sauce.
I actually do like cranberry sauce.
Homemade
a
or
lot.
canned?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, King. Okay, I want to get into cranberry sauce. It doesn't. The idea of it doesn't sit right with me that it will be served when it's served. I'm like, it's sweet though. Anyway,
Literally, you open
wait
the
a
can
minute.
and it's ready to
Didn't
eat.
you make the mac and cheese last year for your Thanksgiving?
I did.
Yes, I was literally just gonna say, would you be trusted to make the most important dish? But you were. I'm talking to a celebrity here. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Please. No. I do make a bomb mac and cheese. I literally made it one time, and I'm like, I do make a mean mac and cheese.
But you made it for Thanksgiving, so that kind of is like
Yeah, that's a
worth
big
a
deal.
1,000 makes.
Yeah.
Because the pressure alone could send that thing to a burnt.
First of all, my grandmother had no faith in me. Like, absolutely not.
But you know what? When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no.
No.
Shout out to the girls. Dark meat or white meat?
What you gonna say? I don't care.
What? Wait, why did somebody? I feel like I forgot what show I was watching, but some white person called it like black meat. Oh my gosh, I was screaming, I was hollering, and they were like, "You mean dark meat?" And I lost it. Back when I did participate, white meat, because I know that the dark meat is like tender and blah, blah. It's too slimy for me. I can't do it. But the white meat, yeah, it's dry. I don't care about that. That's what I sop it up with the gravy for. Do you think that side salads, tossed salads, have a place at the Thanksgiving table?
Not on the table. It's an option in the corner.
Corner though. It's in the corner? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is your family, because I didn't realize that people did this, and maybe I'm the one who's like, but does your family have corn off the cob or mashed potatoes?
No.
Because I didn't even know people served those, like mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't eat corn.
Oh. You don't like, so wait, what's your Chipotle bowl order? Or like your...
See, why would you go straight to there? Corn is in that.
Yeah, okay. And do you not like corn or you just don't eat it?
I don't like corn by itself.
Okay. Oh, so so that makes sense because a bowl of corn with some butter and salt is
not-
going to be a no.
Yeah. Or like cream corn can keep it. Corn on the cob can keep it.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot, and it'd be stuck in your teeth, and then
And it's
for
also
you to poop it out
embarrassing.
and
It's so
look
humbling to
the
eat
same
it.
way.
Ooh, I know. There's no transformation at all. You wouldn't know.
It's like, oh, you had corn.
Literally. So yeah, okay, so we're on the same page. Other people, a lot of people apparently have mashed potatoes. I remember my 7th grade teacher was talking about what she was making, and I was like, why would you make mashed potatoes? That doesn't have a place on the table. I just personally feel like it's not special.
First of all,
it's not special.
Can I, for our Caucasian audience, raisins,
Oh my god.
any assortment of nuts,
Apple.
apple,
If you're gonna wait, what are you gonna say? Because yeah, they put apple on some stuff.
fruit, keep things out of things. Like collard greens does not need raisins, walnuts, or almonds in it. It doesn't. Your mac and cheese does not need anything besides mac cheese and seasoning and
Mac
cream
cheese.
on it.
There's only 2 ingredients: mac and cheese.
Right. But why is there tuna in it? Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
You're-
Yeah.
The potatoes. Yeah. The stuffing with raisins in it. That needs to end.
What I found out about that, I was taken so far back. I couldn't believe
Because what was the reason?
Keep the raisins out the potato salad. Oh my gosh. I watched this YouTube video that was like 3 different level chefs make potato salad. Baby. 2 of them were not black. And I'm not saying, whatever. One of them was black. She failed. Everybody failed, y'all. Everybody failed.
I bet. Because some people, and let me talk to black people too. Some of y'all grandmoms can't cook.
Yo, no, that's the one. And it's so true.
Some of y'all people can't cook.
They don't want to accept it though.
It's okay.
They don't want to accept it. Also, side note, now, okay. this may be like, trifling. If you don't have the accessibility to fresh produce, I'm not talking to you. But if you have the ability to get fresh produce and you still serve your family, and this is for you too, Jaden, I hope I don't offend. If you serve your family canned greens on Thanksgiving, you don't love them. If you have the ability to get fresh produce and you still choose, what is it, glory greens?
Whatever it is.
If you serve your family glory greens on Thanksgiving.
Honestly, people are turning in their graves when you do stuff like that. See, there's an etiquette to Thanksgiving. There's an etiquette to just
serving your family
cooking.
For any special event.
You don't do that.
You really don't.
Not you.
Thanksgiving aside, I actually don't like canned greens at all. Some vegetables I can't do canned. Corn, obviously, I can do that canned, and even string beans, I'm like, you gotta really doctor it up. But collard greens out the can, it tastes like can, baby.
Yeah.
This is iron.
It literally tastes like metal.
This is iron, babe. This is not good. This is not good.
No.
I don't want it. Jaden, do you like deviled eggs?
Baby, let me tell you something about deviled eggs. They make a special plate for me. Because I'm the type of girl, they'll be gone before it's time to eat.
Snaps up, because you know real food. Clearly.
I love a deviled
eggs are so good. You made the mac and cheese, which is a little bit more important, but I made the deviled eggs last Thanksgiving. They was good. My picky nephew ate a bunch of them.
That's always the accomplishment.
That's how you know if a child eats it and they don't eat nothing. I'm like, you don't want none of your mama's sweet potato? All right. Well, you have some of Auntie's deviled eggs then. You fill up on this protein, baby. Right. Okay, good. We're on the same page about that as well. Good. Also, I have to say that my grandmother, she don't be doing more than she need to. We don't have cornbread or biscuits, honey. We have store-bought rolls. And they be good. You still have to put them in the oven. Yeah. They be good.
Period.
They be good. She better roll good. They be good. I mean, there's no shame in cutting corners, but I don't think you should cut corners if you have the ability with greens. People, talk about mac and cheese a lot, but I personally think greens are also really, really important.
So are you doing a yam?
Am I eating it or am I making it? Making it, know me out.
Eating.
Here's my thing. Over the years, I've kind of about the sweet potato, but when they're candied, baby.
That's what I'm saying, like a candy.
When it's candy, now don't try to serve me mashed potatoes.
Don't do that.
Mashed sweet potatoes. Don't give me that. There's not enough sugar and butter in the world. But when it's when it's candied,
and honestly, them little souffles, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
When they put the marshmallows on top.
Oh, no. I thought you meant the one where they put some sort of a nut. I don't know. It's so good. The one with the marshmallows, that also takes me all the way over to the no. I genuinely wish that I liked it though, because it's always there, but I don't like the way the marshmallow, the flavor the marshmallow brings. I can't. Also, it's too whipped. I'm not really a huge fan of when they're whipped like that, unless it's sweet potato pie.
But mine is more it's not so loose. Okay,
so it's kind of chunky.
Not chunk, but it's not super chunky, but it does it slides a little bit,
right?
But it's not runny. It's not super wet. You know what? Anyway, so Black Friday plans.
Oh my gosh! I have to say, horrible history aside, I love Thanksgiving. I'm sorry.
Oh no, 100%.
I really do. It's my favorite holiday. I don't even know. It's literally just for the food though, because it's not even have fun. Black Friday, I ain't got nothing on my list, but if somebody want to bless me with, okay, don't judge, a laptop specifically to play Sims only, I will be so grateful. I need a separate laptop for Sims because I need storage for this podcast and other things. Sims takes up too much storage, so I literally had to delete it. Anybody knows me, I love Sims.
Can you get an external drive and put Sims on there and then only use it when external drive is plugged in?
Let me write that. Honestly, with external drives, I really don't even know how they work because I have one. And I tried to move like the disc of it because it's not the Sims like actual app because for like our laptops you can't have it. You can only have it for PC. So I had to like download it through a gaming like app, Origin. So I couldn't move Origin to the external drive, but I am gonna look into that. But I would also like just another laptop for Sims because then it's easier to separate work from play.
Right.
When you see me with the PC, don't talk to me. Because you know I'm deep
You're playing Sims.
in Sims. It's a fun game, whatever. I have no shame. Black Friday, though, I don't have any plans, but I get so many emails from all the people. They want to give me so many good deals. And I'm like, I don't have the money, but if I did, I would shop with you if that means anything to you. I don't know if you can, like, change that in for money, but I would if I could. Maybe you get commission for that. I don't know. Do you have anything that you're trying to buy for Black Friday?
No, I have never gone Black Friday.
First of all, side note, I can't even believe that we're talking about Thanksgiving and that it's this week.
Right, and last week was definitely like
Halloween. But actually, last week was actually Easter, if we're really being honest.
If we're really being honest. Last week was New Year's.
We literally were under the mistletoe last year. Like, we were just there. That's crazy to me. But Black Friday shopping, it's fun. With no money. With money, it's probably stressful.
Yes.
Because you got to get in line. When you got $20, just go to Auntie Anne's Pretzels, get you a pretzel, walk around the mall, look at all the lines, just have fun, kiki with everybody, go to the store. Oh, they got some good deals. Walk out the store. It's just fun, hang out with your family. You're like, whatever. It's dark. It's past midnight. It's an experience. I wouldn't go this year because I ain't telling to leave the house for no reason at this point. But it is fun. Back in the day, small town vibes, you know. Very small town vibe for that to be fun to just walk around, but I don't, you know, I'm from a very small town. I don't have anything I want to buy. I wish that the things were just always this price because if you can sell out of all these items, you're still getting a profit, obviously, because you wouldn't do it if you weren't getting a profit. So just make it this price forever. Hello, like, don't you want to sell?
Also, well, you also know like they'll raise the price.
Yes, like people are dumb.
In October, November. And then lower the price for Black Friday, but literally it was the original price.
Like people know, but they still need the item because their child wants the PS whatever.
Well, it's also
consumerism, literally wanting to have like the most and having like the most gifts under your Christmas tree to post on Facebook on the 26th.
For what? Like
literally caption, "Mommy did good this year." I mean, why do we? Okay.
Like mommy did good all year with providing.
Literally.
But your validation came from buying this little brat gifts.
I thought you meant this like Brat's doll.
No.
Because if somebody blessed me with a Brat's doll, I would take that. Brats are so iconic. 100%. Were you ever able to play with dolls, like indulge at all? Anyone around you have dolls that you could participate in? Because it's so much fun.
Yeah, and they had the head ones.
So like the mannequin ones. That's money. My cousin had one of those. I used to love going over there just play with the mannequin.
Literally, I would fly to South Carolina just to play with the mannequin.
North Carolina. I would literally go to North Carolina. That's so funny. Let us live in parallel lives, y'all. If you're going Black Friday shopping, let us know what you're going to get. Also, let us know what is on your plate. Also, tag us in your plates because, like, post a picture of your plate, tag us because I want to see. I promise I'm not going to judge. I just want to see. For real, I'm doing a study. I just want to see. Let us know what you're going to get us. Great. Yeah, also, let us know where you want us to meet you for the plate you're going to give us. I want to see, prove to us that your grandma can cook. How about that? Because Jaden came crazy at your grandma. You going to let him talk crazy about your grandma? And did. Look, meet me in the parking lot of the mall. I can't tell you which mall. Our spot. Got a vibe. Yeah. Okay, so that was the catch. Unless you have something else you want to add. Oh, everybody have a safe holiday. Like Black Friday is absolutely bonkers, but like your limbs, breaking a nose, breaking an arm is not worth the flat screen TV for $12. I promise you, because the bill you're gonna get for breaking your nose is a little bit more. So just be safe. Also, just be considerate. You know, if you can afford it on a different day, maybe don't push someone else to get it who may not be able to afford it at its original price. Right. So yeah, have safe, happy holidays for that. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, have a happy Thursday. And Happy Friday, also Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday that's a scam. Because why do we need Black Friday if we have Cyber Monday?
Anyway.
Pandemic vibes. Anyway, so that was the catch. Lots of fun. That was actually a lot of fun. Talking about Whitney Houston and Taylor Swift was really fun for me. So now we're going to get into the last segment of the show called Thank Me Later. Later. This is where we are going to give you things that are in our lives that we have experienced that are so good that we have to share with you. We have to share the goodness. And I stand by all the things that I suggest for the most part, most of the times. And genuinely, I wouldn't recommend something that I don't participate in. So for my first thing, my older sister is launching her so first of all, support Black business, because y'all want to be talking about this and that, but support Black business, I guess. My sister she's going to be launching her own handmade soap and bath time things brand on November 24th. So you listen to this. If you listen to it on Sunday, then of course you wait a little bit, but it's okay. Follow the Instagram let me pull it up. Follow the Instagram so you can know exactly when it drops at _beyond bubbles _ website is beyond-bubbles.com. Let me read this that she sent to me. Nourishing skin begins with your soap. Beyond Bubbles is a handmade soap company which uses natural, high-quality, sustainably sourced ingredients. 60% of what you put on your skin is absorbed into your body, which I did not know, which is so shocking. So why would you use harsh chemicals and carcinogens? Keep your skin healthy, hydrated, and moisturized with Beyond Bubbles. Launching November 24th. I actually do use this soap. You know, sometimes people will just like say things just so that blah, blah, blah. But I actually do use the soap. I have been using it since like she began to make them. And I will say that I have noticed I don't have to use as much moisturizer after I get out the shower because my skin retains the moisture that the soap provides versus other soaps where they strip your skin. Like, your skin shouldn't be squeaky clean when you get out the shower. Like, there should be some moisture in your skin when you get out the shower because, like, it's your skin, it's an organ you want to treat, you want to moisturize it, keep it healthy, keep it hydrated. So it only makes sense that in order to help your skin stay nourished is through your soap. And I didn't know about the 60% of the what you put on your skin being absorbed into your body. Like, when you think about that, why would you put something so harsh? You don't even know how to pronounce half the ingredients. Everything that she does, I know all the ingredients because I did help her make a couple bars. And yeah, she just had a baby. My sweet, sweet nephew. He's absolutely perfect. So why not support a Black mother this holiday season by shopping at her website, beyond-bubbles.com. Next, other Black women things passing on Netflix. It's about these two Black women that have different sort of perspectives on passing for white in their lives. One of them passes for white. Oh,
that's what you were talking about.
Yes. Okay. I was surprised. It's actually good. Yeah, it's good because it kind of subverts the narrative where, like, usually people want to pass so they can be integrated into the white space. But this woman, it's not really a spoiler because it's like the first 5 minutes, but she passes for white and she wants to integrate back into Black spaces. And I just thought that was so powerful because it really speaks to the, like, community and goodness and joy and happiness that the Black community can provide you, that she would give up all that privilege and all the goodness and the money and access to all these spaces. She said she just misses being around Black people and laughing with Black people and talking with Black people. I thought it was a very good movie. I would be more than happy to, like, discuss if someone thought it wasn't a good movie, because obviously I'm not a movie critic, and if you have something to say about it, I want to know. So let me know what you thought about that at Child Anyway Podcast on Instagram. So those are my things. Yeah. What about you, Jaden?
Period. So my thing, because I'm lazy and didn't have anything.
No, Jaden, you're resourceful.
You're right. I got mine, and we got our Apple replay playlist and whatnot. This is where Apple and Spotify does as well. They go they make a playlist and have receipts of the music you've been listening to for the past year. And so I'm going to go through my top 10 albums. I won't do how many times I played it. I'll only do the first 3 albums and how many times I played it. But also, we were talking earlier about this, but I want to see their algorithm to see how they get the numbers. I think it's when you play a song in general, or maybe if you go like to the album to play
Actually,
a song.
that's probably what, if you play the song from the album, then it probably counts
from
for the album.
Yeah,
definitely, actually.
Okay, so my number one is, plus if you just play one song 40 times, that's only 40.
Which I do all the time.
But if I'm listening to the album 40 times, that's 14 times 40, which is a big difference.
Okay, math.
So my number one, right, is Overgrown by Joyce Rice. That has 976 plays.
Oh my gosh.
When I said obsessed with the album, obsessed. I put it on my story that like it was obvious, and she liked my story.
Which is that's pretty exciting,
right? Okay, number 2, Jasmine Sullivan's Hotels, 654 plays. It's a huge jump from 976 to 654, right? Then you have Snow Allegra with Temporary Highs and Violet Skies at number 3, with 330 plays. Another jump.
The distance.
But here it becomes like 270, 230, 210. So then number 4 we have, which I don't know why this is already up here, but whatever. Summer Walker's Still Over It. Like that
literally came out 5 minutes ago. How many plays do you have on that album?
272.
Baby, what were you doing? What else were you doing?
And then Jaguar by Victoria Monet is 228. But I guess that's just for the year. But I'm like, I've been streaming that project for
Are you listening to
years.
the songs from the album now, or are you listening to? You don't do playlists, so I guess never mind.
Yeah, from that. Homegrown by Van Jess is number 6. Oh, Victoria Monet's Jaguar was number 5. I just stated it, but I never said the number. For some reason, Solange's A Seat at the Table is number 7. It's not
for some reason,
because I definitely like
this is good.
Been playing it like back to back to back to back to back, like every day. Tinashe 333, because she cleared the girls with that. Don Toliver, Life of a Don is number 9. And then Megan Thee Stallion, Something for the Hotties,
also
which
just
is also
came out.
a fairly new project. Yes, Life of a Don is fairly new, like, and they're up here, and I love that for me.
You're really good at it. When they release it, you're right there.
I be streaming.
That's how it should
And number
be.
11 is Yeba Dawn, just 4+.
Wait, how many plays does that have?
181.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah.
Wait, how many does Hotels have?
Wait, 330. Oh, that was a lot. 654.
That makes sense. Because I don't know about you, but when that came out, that was all I listened to.
That's all.
First of all, if you listen to this podcast, you would have already listened to that one. If you knew it was good for you. So that one you literally already should have listened to and had your thoughts about that.
Bang.
So all those songs are Jaden's Thank Me Laters. And obviously if you listen to them over 100 times each, they're obviously good.
Yeah.
Or good to him, and which is good to us because we're all fans of the same things.
As we learned from our Thanksgiving menu.
Yes, we are on the same. Please, guys, for real, tag me in your plates. I want to see them. Oh, do you want me to read mine?
If you want to.
I'm not gonna read the first one because it's a song. It's an album that I play when I go to bed. I'm too embarrassed. So I'm just gonna read 2 through 11 and pretend like it's 1 through 10. Number 1 is Sarah Bareilles' Amidst the Chaos live album from her concert. It's really good. Another one like I also listen to when I go to bed because like she's talking and it's so sweet. Anyway, number 2, Dawn by Yeba. I don't know how that's there so quickly because it was over like a span of a month when I like. Anyway, Chapter 1, Verse 1 by Cynthia Erivo. Delicious album. Delicious. So good. First album. Number 5 is Hotels by Jasmine Sullivan. Naturally. Actually, it's technically number 4 of my list, but number 5 because we skipped number 1. So I'm just going to say it like the true number. So number 6 is Catalabs by Sonny Miles, sorry. So good. So good. Next, I don't know how this is here, but I think it's because I played the song from the album, Be Right Back by Georgia Smith. I don't know how that's up there.
Right.
Okay. Number 8.
But you were obsessed with the song.
The one song. I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, okay. Anyway, Planet Herb, Doja Cat. Come on. It was very good. Very, very good. Nothing more to say. Very, very good. Ungodly Hour. Chloe and Halle. Fun fact, I, for some reason, was being a hater. I can admit that. I didn't want to listen to it. And then Jaden and my other friend convinced me to, and they changed my life. So shout out to them. Thank you. I'm going to say that on the podcast. And then lastly, Revelations by Cameron Wright. Cameron Wright is so good. JD, you would love him if you don't already listen to him. He's excellent. Good. So you know. So that's my list. You ain't got to listen to it, but I think they're excellent.
Right. Period.
If you know it's good for you. All right. That was fun. That wasn't too painful, right, guys? Yeah, they loved it.
They're literally like, we turned it off.
They're like, I skipped forward to the end.
Right. So, this has been another beautiful episode of Ciao Anyway with Jada Clone Boyce
and Amira Lee. You can listen to Ciao Anyway wherever you listen to your podcasts,
including YouTube. We drop new episodes as often as we can. You can follow us on our Instagram at Ciao Anyway Podcast. If you do not know how to spell any of those words, look at your phone right now, or your TV, your tablet, your Apple Watch, your squirrel. It's somewhere. You can find it.
Right. Like, share, subscribe, and also if you follow the Instagram, you'll know when we post a new episode. And if you subscribe, you'll get a notification.
And I ask that y'all leave ratings, leave a 5-star rating on Apple.
We'll read it.
It'll help promote.
Leave a review and we'll read it.
Yeah, no, like, we will. There's one up there right now.
Even if it's 1 star, I'll read it. I don't care.
Right. The only 1
No,
star.
I won't read it.
It'll help promote the podcast, and who knows where we can end up.
Literally.
And follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube. You can get all those links through our Instagram bio.
Tag us in your Thanksgiving plates.
Make sure you do that. Email us at chioanywaypod@gmail.com. Use hashtag chioanyway. Like, we're branded out here. Go shop some merch.
Definitely.
And watch what happens. Like, literally, like, to your skin. It's like you're gonna have a facial. Literally.
Also, order your merch now to get it by Christmas. Before Christmas.
Wow. Order it for someone who you know loves. Get it together.
Get it together.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.